Today we are doing a harvest update. We're just going to let you know the progress we're making through this process. It is a rainy day here on the grass-fed homestead, so pardon all the rain noise that you hear on our metal roof that's right above. We're in our outbuilding that we're calling the barn now because it is mostly containing hay and the occasional hanging carcass. It's been so awesome having this closed in. This was originally a open-sided carport. It's been great having it closed in though. We got it closed in just in time so that we can be hanging the carcasses where we don't have to worry about a lot of weather coming in. We had several days of snow, and then the snow is gone, the rain has moved in, so we've had a lot of rain, but I've been able to keep it out with the walls. And then right here behind me, this is one of the front openings. I just have it tarped off at the cattle panels there that I'm reinforcing at night, so it mitigates the potential for unwelcome visitors to come in here and feast on our hanging meat. We harvested all 3 of our American Guinea Hogs. We did 2 on one day, and then the third one 2 days afterward. At one point I had 2 of the hogs hanging in here with 2 of the lamb carcasses, so it's quite a sight. But I have all the butchery done now. I've butchered all the pigs for our consumption, and I butchered one of our lambs yesterday, and then we have this last one here. These lambs have been hanging in here for 2 weeks, which is awesome. They've been dry aging. The longer you let them dry age, the better the flavor profile that gets developed within the meat. So I'm pretty excited to have the 2-week aging. That's not something you generally get when you ship it off to the butcher. At best you might get 3 or 4 days hanging. This was one of our ram lambs. This was one of the black and white ones that we had, and we did also wind up harvesting our brown ram. At the beginning of the season we thought we'd be keeping him, more likely trading him or selling him for breeding stock because we wouldn't be able to keep him for our own breeding. He was a good looking ram. Tess was no longer in a position to take him. We thought that she'd be taking him in. She was not able to, and we weren't able to find him another home, so we had to harvest him. We couldn't use him for our breeding because he was related to practically all the other sheep. It just wouldn't have been a good breeding program using him for us, so we had to harvest him. The butchery aspect of all of this went really well. I did it all in our kitchen. The pigs went great. The sheep was a little slow going because I hadn't done a sheep before, but I think this one's gonna go a lot faster now that I have one behind me. But here's a glimpse at the pork butchery. We also did some charcuterie, such as blood sausage. There's one.
Yep, that's one sausage.
And pate. And right here behind me, I have a couple hams that are in a brine solution. Putting the pork in a brine not only helps to preserve it, but there is a tremendous flavor enhancement going on here as well. One of these lucky hams is going to be part of our Thanksgiving feast. Even though it's been rainy, we're really grateful for how the weather has worked out. The temperatures have been between around 29, 30 degrees and 37, 38 degrees as the high in here, which has been excellent. Perfect hanging temperatures for carcasses. It's not been too high and it's not been so cold that we've had carcasses freezing solid, nothing like that. But according to the forecast, tomorrow we're gonna start seeing temperatures spike up into the high 40s and throughout the week into the low 50s. Heat wave, I know, which is gonna be less ideal hanging temperatures. So I'm gonna get this carcass split in half and in the kitchen on our butcher block. that was a fantastic harvest season. It was a tremendous amount of work. It was a lot of work doing the harvest and then doing all the butchery, the wrapping, getting it ready for freezing. It was a lot of work, but very well worth it. It was a very gratifying experience bringing it full circle, raising the animals for an entire season, doing the harvest ourselves, doing the butchery ourselves, and we are definitely looking forward to some awesome meat in the kitchen. And that pretty much concludes our harvest season for 2017, with one exception. There are some piglets here still, and I'm really wanting to do a suckling pig roast. I wanted to have that for Thanksgiving, but the timing didn't work out with the weather and having the availability to harvest. So hopefully sometime between now and Christmas I'll be able to get a suckling pig. But other than that, that pretty much is a wrap for the harvest of 2017.